Give us your assessment of the state of the game, first of all.
I think it's fairly evenly poised. I think, for the taking that opportunity at the end of it, you'd have said actually the game's going to be, well, it's moving forward, there's no doubt about that, but I think obviously the first half hour, 40 minutes in the morning is going to be key in terms of us staying in the game, but it's another frustrating day in the end.
What was the thinking behind batting first when you won the toss, when the Yorkshire captain Steve Patterson was saying if they'd won the toss they'd have had a bowl?
Look, the reality is, I think it's easy to say in hindsight, isn't it? For me, it's whatever you do is irrelevant in some respects, how well you do it. And we weren't good enough with the bat today. At 64 for 2, whatever it is, Azza and Hildy looked comfortable. Batting looked far more, easy at that stage. Lost a couple of wickets, and then losing 4 wickets in the space, I think it was about 5 overs. Again, has hurt us.
And the team selection, going into a game at Scarborough, which is known for fast, fancy pitches, with only 2 frontline seam bowlers, that seemed unusual.
Yeah, look, I think the reality is we haven't batted as well as we'd liked over the last couple of games, so we needed to strengthen that. And I think that's unfair on Tom Abel. I think the way he bowls now, he's established himself as a first change seamer. He's bowled brilliantly for us over the last 2 years, really. And we felt we had enough, certainly armoury, to take 20 wickets and control the game.
Were you happy with the degree of pressure that the bowlers were able to sustain? It did seem that that Yorkshire were picking off at least a boundary and over at times.
Yeah, no, I disagree with that. I think at 15 overs they were 30 for 1 or whatever it was, so we managed to control the rate brilliantly. There was times where certainly we released that pressure, we didn't sustain it for long enough, and certainly for the duration of the overs that we bowled. But for a significant amount of that time, they bowled in partnerships. We did create opportunities and we did assert that pressure. And we'll need to do that again tomorrow.
What's the key to Somerset getting themselves back into this game?
Well, I think we've got to get early wickets. We've got to minimise the amount of lead that Yorkshire have, and then we have to bat significantly better than they have been doing. When we get those partnerships, we've got to make them count. And then when we lose wickets, we've got to wrestle momentum back. We've got to be able to absorb that pressure, get through. When every team gets breakthroughs, they have the ascendancy, and we need to get through that, and we're not doing that at the minute.
And is this the sort of pitch on which Somerset can get 300, 350 in the second innings?
Absolutely, you've seen there, historically, it's a good scoring ground. If you're good enough to hit the area, there's enough there for you, but as soon as you miss, the outfield's quick and it's a good surface. So there's no doubt, as we saw with Hildy and Azza, once you establish a partnership, scoring becomes a lot easier.